Good morning, dear students in grade 11 in Mujtama Private School. How is everything with you? Our lesson today is vocabulary 6b. First of all, let's start with our school vision. To prepare creative, well-educated students who are able to establish civilized, aware, preserved society, stick to the authentic morals and values, in addition to using the modern technology. Dear students, let me remind you with our value for this month, which is innovation, while volunteering is the value of this week. Let's start our lesson with this starter. Answer the crossword puzzle. Form words. Pause the video and present your own words. Here we are again. And here is the answer. Well, let's start our lesson with this objective. Identify new vocabulary by filling in the spaces in a set of 15 sentences. Exercise A, page 90. What is the difference between sibling and spouse? Sibling means a brother or a sister. Spouse means a husband or a wife. She refused sharing the room with her siblings. Sarah asked her spouse to take care of their little daughter while she was out. Heritage and inheritance. Inheritance means the money or property that somebody gets when a friend or relative dies. Heritage means features like history, traditions, or buildings that have been passed down from older generations. Sam's grandpa has died and left a great fortune as inheritance for him. We should be proud of our culture and heritage. Ancestors and descendants. Ancestor means a person that is relative and lived in the past. Descendant means a person who is related by birth to someone who lived long ago. Ancestor is any person from whom one is descended. They claim to be descendants of a French duke. Marriage and wedding. Marriage means a relationship between a husband and wife that is legally accepted. Wedding means a celebration and ceremony in which two people get married. They had a long and happy marriage. Do you know the date of Caroline and Matthew's wedding? Bride and groom. Bride, a woman on the day of her wedding. Groom is a man on the day of his wedding. He returned from New York with his lovely new bride. The bride and groom were posing for pictures. Nuclear family and extended family. Nuclear family means a family unit that includes father and a mother and their children. Extended family means a family unit that includes members like aunts, uncles, grandparents, etc. Grow, grow up, and raise. Grow means to increase in size. Grow up means to mature into an adult over time. Raise, to take care of a person until they become an adult. Children grow so quickly. Taking responsibility for yourself is a part of the process of growing up. Her parents died when she was a baby and she was raised by her grandparents. Now, here is the exercise. Complete the sentences using the correct form of the words in the boxes. 1. I have one brother. How about you? Have you got any siblings? 2. I first met my spouse at her father's house. 3. You can learn all about your heritage by visiting the National Museum. 4. The inheritance was shared between the two brothers. Ancestor and descendant. One of my ancestors was a fisherman in Portugal. Charles and Brenda Turnbull moved to this town in 1890, and their descendants still live in the area. Marriage and wedding. What are you going to wear to the wedding? They were very happy together and their marriage lasted for many years. 9. The bride wore a beautiful long white dress. The groom looked at his new wife and smiled. 11. An extended family consists of parents, children, uncles, aunts, grandparents, cousins, etc. 12. A nuclear family consists of parents and their children. 13. Tina's parents died in an accident, so she was raised by her aunt and uncle. 14. Ahmed has grown so much since I last saw him. Look how tall he is now. 15. I was born in India, but I grew up in Qatar. The second objective. To identify the meaning of a set of phrases from the context and use them to form sentences. Exercise B, page number 90, student book. Read the sentences below and try to guess what the phrases symbol mean. Then try to create your own sentences using these phrases. 1. I am usually a good judge of character, but I was wrong about Nancy. She's very reliable. 2. Alan will always be very ambitious. It's in his DNA. 3. She can be annoying sometimes, but she's a good person at heart. 4. Kevin is very shy. It's not really in his nature to be loud and outgoing. 5. Khalid has a reputation for being strict, but deep down he's a gentle guy. Here are the answers. A good judge of character means somebody who has a good instinct about understanding another person's character. In his DNA, which means a part of his personality or character. 3. At heart means basically. In his nature, in agreement with his character or personality. Deep down means basically. And here is the closure of our lesson. Put the previous phrases into sentences. A good judge of character is someone who has an instinctual perception about human nature. He can speak to a person for 5 minutes and decide what kind of person he or she is. Bob Dick is a city boy from Detroit with farming in his DNA. I'm really a country person at heart. The role of the board is only advisory in nature. Deep down, I know that Caroline was right. Thank you for your listening and following. See you next lesson, inshallah.